Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. I decided to create this channel because I want to share my experience of how I dealt with a very painful episode of hemorrhoids in my life. And I hope it brings value to you by understanding what worked and what didn't work and what ultimately led to my full and total recovery from this painful condition. So let's get started. Back in about 2015, and this is many years ago, I developed hemorrhoids as a result of really poor diet conditions and health choices I was living at the time. Eating a lot of red meat, eating a lot of breads, eating a lot of pastas, eating a lot of stuff I shouldn't have been eating, drinking a lot of alcohol as well. All of this just clogged me up. And I remember explicitly having a very difficult bout of constipation back then, and I remember the episode of when it actually happened, and it was I was constipated for like 2 or 3 days, I think, or something, and the pushing and sensation of wanting to go and couldn't go, and just I didn't know about hemorrhoids. I just thought that I could push and boom, it happened. On top of that, I was working very long hours. I was sitting a lot at my desk without exercising. And in 2015, I also had a life event where one of my kids, who was 23 at the time, passed away. And that just put an enormous amount of stress on me. So you had stress, bad diet choices, sitting at your desk all day. It was just the perfect combination to create an episode of hemorrhoids for a person. And I didn't know what they were. I wasn't even sure what I was experiencing back then. I didn't go see a doctor immediately to have the condition diagnosed. I just kind of felt it was just something weird there, but not really thinking it was going to be something serious. So the years went by, and as the years went by, they became more painful and more enlarged, to the point that they were prolapsed. One was thrombosed. I had them both internally, externally. They started becoming an issue in my day-to-day life, where I couldn't stand for prolonged periods of time. I couldn't sit for prolonged periods of time. I couldn't even walk for a distance without stopping because I felt pain. And so they began to be debilitating in my life, and that's when I started to really hone in on what I could do to treat these. And so, of course, I did what everyone does. You go online, you start doing research, and you start trying this, you start trying that. You buy a cream here, there. You try everything over the counter to see what works and what doesn't work. And I tell you, it was a journey. And it's 2022 now, and I am completely recovered and fully restored. And I am going to tell you exactly how I did that in the last video. But before that, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what worked and what didn't work. I'm going to save you guys a ton of money because I spent the money. I wanted to see what worked and didn't work, and went online and just bought about everything that you can think of. And in the next video, I'm going to show you the products that I thought gave me the best results and the ones that you should completely avoid at all costs, and also other remedies that I discovered online which were a complete and total joke. You should not spend your time with at all. And hopefully this will avoid headaches on your part and wasted money on stuff that just doesn't work, because there is a lot of stuff out there that doesn't work. And I've got a whole collection of things that don't work, and very few that actually had some type of effect. So we'll be discussing that in the next video. But for now, that is my story on how I came down with hemorrhoids back in 2015. Bad constipation, life event, sitting at work all day. But I think it was primarily due, in hindsight, of course, due to the bad constipation I had, and all the pushing I did, which I shouldn't have done, and of course the life event that compounded that by just creating a lot of stress for me. So in the next video, we're going to go over all the cool stuff you guys want to know about what works, what doesn't work, and hopefully that'll bring some value to you guys as well.